I just don't understand why it's called that. Like,
Because it's highly original, Michael Ryan. All right, guys, and we're back with episode 7 of the highly original podcast. I'm Joe Martino.
Michael Ianieri.
And, Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Joe. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Doing all right.
I'm excited. I'm excited about this. Yeah, episode 7, man.
I know.
I just gotta say, it's like I got goosebumps right now.
You got goosebumps.
I don't have. Yeah, I was gonna say chicken skin, but this is more like goosebumps.
Chicken skin. Okay.
It's more like goosebumps. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I'm a little tired today, but I'm doing okay.
I'm a little tad bit under the weather, so excuse if my voice is like not the best. Usually, I sound like I came right off of a singing competition, but today my voice isn't as beautiful as it usually is. So I do apologize. But Joe, you always ask me how I'm doing. How you been, man? What's going on in your life?
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I'm trying to think. Not a lot. I had a pretty uneventful weekend.
Okay.
I did see. I think it was called 3,000 Years of Longing.
What's that?
That is it's like a new movie where it's with Tilda Swinton and Idris Elba.
Okay, Idris Elba.
And he's like a genie, and she finds like his lamp.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's like it's not fully a comedy, but it's kind of like a dramedy.
Does he look like a genie? Does
they get his ears all
does he have
pointy, and he shaves his head.
Really? Does he have that ghosty tail, kind of like what's it, Aladdin?
Nah,
I don't have that.
There are a few times where he does transform and has mist.
That's
but,
cool.
For the most part, he's just a guy.
Yeah.
He's
a guy.
Yeah. But no, yeah. So that was good. But honestly, man, I really haven't been. I had a pretty uneventful weekend. So
yeah, man. Yeah. Well, I guess when you have a podcast like this, I don't think it could ever truly be uneventful. Okay. It's always original. Maybe it's originally uneventful, highly uneventful. See,
exactly. But I guess before we jump into our topics, and our topic for today, our nostalgic topic, is old commercials, because I feel like the 2000s had some of the best. It was like a golden age of advertisement.
For sure.
So that's our nostalgic topic for today. But I guess I just wanted to give a quick update with some of the podcast. So Mike and I have been talking and trying to scheme and plot of how to keep this thing going and keep getting highly original schemes.
Exactly.
Because no one's ever done this.
Before.
But yeah, so I know I feel like we always are saying we're gonna have this, and then it takes a while.
Right.
But I'm gonna do it again. So we're gonna be making an Instagram soon.
We got it. We got it coming.
And with some feedback that I got from some people, I think we might be trying to add our availability on some other streaming services such as Spotify.
Yeah, because you made me feel bad when I found out we were unintentionally
And I didn't think about it. I really wasn't it wasn't something. And then I ran into some people who literally told me I don't have the app.
The Apple Podcast.
Yeah.
And even like you said with YouTube's not really ideal for podcast listening. So I mean.
But we love YouTube, and they've been great. Yeah, that was our start.
Oh, for sure.
So we're not gonna bad talk YouTube, but
that's the motherlands right there. YouTube.
Exactly. Yeah, they always had a home for us, and
YouTube's great.
Give love for YouTube.
But definitely though, I felt bad. I didn't even think about all the Android listeners that aren't able to conveniently listen to us.
Yeah,
they don't have to go on
exactly
YouTube.
Conveniently listen to us. Yes.
So we're gonna definitely change it up. We've been plotting in the lair.
So we're still making moves with the podcast. And we're growing. I think we're doing better than our first.
Yeah, I mean,
we're fixing things, we're fixing bugs, and
that's
we respond to your feedback
all the time. Yeah. All the time. We you say something, boom, we respond just like that.
My friend Pat told me that our audio was trash, and I was like, all right, better fix that.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Pat. Thank you.
And a shout out, of course, to Dennis. Just want to shout him out.
Hey, Dennis.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben.
We love you. All right. So, Mike, actually, you asked me about how I've been doing.
Yeah.
So something did happen
Something did happen?
this weekend.
Okay.
That's going to lead us into our next topic.
I like this. I like where this is going.
So I was driving around, and I saw my childhood Chili's. So now that kind of leads me to you do like, you know, did your family have like one of those chain like American Grill style
like-
restaurants that you went to?
All like a weekend kind of thing. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure, man.
yeah.
For sure. It's not open anymore, and I don't even know.
Art, that's what I saw, man.
Yeah,
This Chili's is closed. And it actually made me kind of sad.
Yeah, it's sad, man.
Cause like, you know, I remember I feel like we were a Chili's family.
Yeah, you guys are Chili's.
I mean, in that era, I guess. I mean, because I feel like for the most part, my family, we go to like, you know, independently owned like restaurants.
Yeah,
you know, when we
I
were
know what
out.
you
But
mean.
like in those 2000s era, you know, and that was the thing.
probably had a lot of good memories there, and just to think that place is closed, like, you know,
Yeah, no, yeah. I
Sad.
drove by it and I saw it was like abandoned. I'm like,
abandoned. Yeah, it's like that, man. What like
no more welcome to Chili's.
man? What you have like you know what you always
No more
got, you remember?
baby back ribs.
Is that what you always get, baby back
No,
ribs?
I have no idea what I would.
You don't remember what you got?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
God, come on, Joe. I'm starving over here. You're supposed to reminisce.
No, yeah, but all right. But before I drop the Chili's thing though, like something I don't know. Did you watch The Office?
I did watch The Office.
I-
I'm not a super like avid Office watcher, so I can't. Like, I'm not gonna be able to know everything you say.
Okay, but there's like so whenever I think of Chili's though, I think this is one of the greatest lines in The Office. Is the character Pam, like they're at the office for the Dundee Awards. So I don't know if you know what that is, but like she's like gets drunk, right?
Right.
And like there's you know how they would do cut scenes.
Oh yeah.
So like it's after she like leaves and like it cuts to like this fictional manager of the Chili's. He's like came under my attention that one of the patrons from that party was over drinking. We have a strict no overserve policy here at Chili's. So I scanned her driver's license and she is never welcome at this restaurant chain again. And then he like makes like this
Man.
like he makes this face. I think it's
That's
one of my favorite moments of The Office is that manager just getting interviewed and she is never welcome at this restaurant chain again.
Well, that's why I love like The Office's humor, man. It's so like dry, and they're trying so hard to make it seem like they're
Especially
serious,
like
but-
early on.
Yeah,
like
no.
the early seasons, like which that was like
right.
because I always felt like, and I guess we should do an Office
Oh,
episode
for
eventually.
sure, man. I gotta binge watch The Office, and I'll be right there up with you. You know what I mean?
but yeah, I do feel like the early seasons, like that's what was so funny about because it was like kind of realistic.
Yeah, they
in a
look
sense,
at
yeah.
you. They break the fourth wall
Yeah,
and
like-
look at you. You know what I mean? They're
And like people were
Connected.
doing crazy stuff, but it wasn't like that crazy. Like
I do remember one episode specifically, and like I said, I love The Office, but I can't say I watch them like all the time. But there was like a fire or something like that, or Dwight was pretending there was a fire.
that's one of the classic.
Yeah, and then the one guy's just like breaking like the
Today,
vending machine. like-
smoking's going to save lives.
Yeah.
Like,
and like, who's the guy? Like, all he can worry about is like breaking this like vending machine.
Kevin's
Kevin,
like looting.
yeah, eluding a snack machine. And is it bad if we had a snack machine here and that happened and like you faked a fire? I'd probably be looting that snack machine because I wouldn't want all those chips and chocolate bars to go, get burnt and go to waste. Would that be
You
bad?
trying to save the food?
I don't know, Joe. I'm just.
I don't think that wasn't Kevin's intention. He was trying.
He was trying to eat the food.
Yeah.
I want to eat half of the food.
Okay, and save the rest.
And save the
Why should this go to waste?
Well, exactly. So yeah, I'm all for Kevin. I'm all for his efforts.
All right, yeah. You know that he just released a chili cookbook.
Really?
Actor.
Chili cookbook. I like
because
how.
there was one famous scene where he like makes special chili and he's like,
Oh yeah, he brings a
like-
pot of chili.
he
and that's
like
awesome.
dumps it all over the floor.
Yeah, that's
so like
awesome.
the actor actually made a chili cookbook and is like promoting it right now.
That's awesome, man. I
Yeah.
gotta check that out. That's funny.
Yeah. But you know,
And what were we just talking about too earlier?
we're talking about like chain restaurants like Applebee's, Chili's.
Right. Do you think he would have sold his chili at Chili's?
I mean, I don't know if The Office had like the cultural like power at that time.
So,
but
yeah.
that would have been a good like cross promotion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because it was funny. We were talking about
Yeah,
Chili's.
like
and then you mentioned
advertise like
Book.
Chili's,
Yeah.
like
Come on,
because
guys.
like there's a few episodes where they go to Chili's and it is Chili's.
Oh, are you
like,
serious,
it's supposed
eh?
to like yeah, like it's
That's
not
cool, I didn't know
it's
that.
openly Chili's like
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
Now that would have been a cool crossover then, man.
yeah.
Well, there's a little Easter egg for all you listeners that
Yeah.
like chili.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Always leaving Easter eggs
But-
everywhere.
I guess not to I love The Office, but I don't want this to be
Right.
an
an
Office episode because it's not the intention. But I did want to ask you, what was like your family's go-to, like American Grill, like an Applebee's, Texas Roadhouse, Chili's? Like what
Right.
was the?
Well, there was an old spot called Lone Star, like steaks or grill, and I remember it had like a bull, like the skull of a bull, you know, the horns and all that. And it was called Lone Star, and it was really good, man. It was basically like a Chili's.
What
you know what I
county?
mean?
What county was that? I won't.
This was in Cinnaminson, New Jersey. So
Okay, all right, because
Burlington
I think-
County,
I
Cinnaminson
think
County.
I know a Lone Star that's like
In
Camden
Jersey.
County. So I was like,
Yeah, maybe.
I was
it's
like, wait,
on Route one-
I've driven by this.
Route 130.
I'm not sure.
Back in the day, though, you're like I'd say.
I'm not sure, but
Yeah,
no,
that
never
was-
mind, never mind.
No,
don't
but-
let me derail you.
No, you never derail, especially when I'm talking about Lone Star Steaks. No, but that was our go-to spot. Like, you get a salad, bro, and they literally give you a piece of
You ever,
lettuce
see
that you cut in half.
you ever see Spaceballs?
I love
Lone
Spaceballs.
Star.
Yeah,
Lone
exactly.
Star.
That's why I love the restaurant so much. Nah, there's so many
what-
good things about
Was
it.
it like a Texas Longhorn?
Exactly
Is
like
that-
that.
is
Yeah,
that
it was
what-
basically
okay.
a rip-off. I don't want to say rip-off. Maybe like they're
Right.
listening right now. They're watching me, but I don't know if it was a rip-off.
Okay.
It was good though. Like I said, they'd cut a piece of lettuce in half. It would look like a green brain. I don't even know how to put it.
Yeah.
And they just like put it on your plate and then put dressing on it, and like that was a salad.
Yeah,
but it was
it's
so
a wedge
good though.
salad,
yeah,
yeah.
it was banging, man. And I guess all I got as a kid was like chicken tenders. But I do remember though, like there was so much good like food in there, and I really wish I was older.
that was-
'Cause I don't know where it
yeah.
is now. I don't know where it went. They picked
Yeah.
it up, they left.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of that type of restaurant is like kind of going the way of history.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of them are closing, and I don't know if you remember this, and this is gonna kind of segue into the next topic I had for us.
Okay.
But basically, the kind of people, I don't know if you remember a few years ago, millennials. They were talking about millennials.
Right.
Millennials are killing Applebee's. Millennials are doing this. They're ending this industry, because they weren't doing it anymore. Like
Right.
So, like, I kind of feel like, yeah, like a lot of these types of restaurants are not. They're not successful anymore.
You don't think so, yeah? Well, I agree with
Well,
you. Yeah,
I
you
mean,
don't, you
you
see a
tell
lot
me.
of,
I feel like they're all closed.
I agree with you, man. I feel like people are getting like content with like fast food, like Wendy's.
Well, it's like either fast food or like sit down restaurants.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's-
there's really no in between.
that in
anymore.
between,
like a Red Lobster or something like that. Like something you can go and get like shrimp or like.
Well, I feel like Red
French
Lobster
fries.
is kind of a seafood version of Applebee's.
Okay, yeah, I see that. I can see that. See,
Well,
Applebee's,
because it's
though,
like
is delicious.
seafood. It's still a little bit higher
Right.
quality.
Like, wow,
but-
you could look at the lobster you want, you know.
yeah.
You could pick it out, and then they'd kill it. And that's
Yeah.
that's something I didn't like owning Red Lobster.
No.
I didn't enjoy that. You know, I kind of hope it was like all show. They
Would
got the
you
lobster.
pick the lobster? Did you?
I never ordered
No, you never
lobster.
got
No, I
lobster.
felt bad. I was like, oh, that's cool. What are they? And then I saw someone grabbing a lobster,
Yeah,
and I was
like-
like, wait, what are they doing with that lobster? Why are they bringing it to that kitchen? What's going on? You know. And then I found out that lobsters have to be.
You ever see
killed.
you ever see the Family Guy where like they go to the Red Lobster and like Stewie's like, I want this one. He like jumps in the tank and starts like boxing it.
No, I didn't see that. I'm surprised I didn't see that. I want this money too.
he just jumps right in and starts like fighting it.
What would you do if you went there and somebody came up to you, almost like they were talking, like it was like the Transformers. They were like, "Hey Joe, you don't choose the lobster chooses you." And like the lobster was
So,
aggressively
like,
pointing at you.
If Bernie Mac came up to me and told me,
Basically, essentially, if Bernie Mac came up to you and
you
said,
don't choose the lobster.
"It chooses you."
The lobster chooses you.
There's a lobster pointing at you. You picking it out, or you just gonna order chicken tenders?
Ooh. So I'm getting challenged by this lobster.
The lobster's like, "You won't do it. You won't pick me out. You're not man enough."
I don't know, man.
Would you call his bluff? You'd be like,
Because
"Yeah,
then
I
I'm
want that
like,
one."
well, if I pick it, am I giving this lobster is the lobster winning?
We're gonna have to get back to that one, Joe.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't
Like
think that far ahead. I didn't.
Like,
think
am
that
I
far
like
ahead.
being ordered? Am I losing because I'm being ordered around by a shellfish?
You know what? We're gonna have to get back to that. I wasn't that.
Nah, yeah,
I wasn't that prepared, Joe. I wasn't.
Well, no, I
got to do my homework.
I'm giving you a highly original answer.
No, that's highly original. Highly original. Right. That was a highly original scenario that probably never happened.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever asked me what I would do if a lobster was calling me out from a tank in a Red Lobster.
And that's why the show is highly original.
That's why.
The show is highly original.
You, the listeners, come to the show.
Exactly.
For content that's so cutting edge, revolutionary, and innovative.
Innovative. I like that.
Yeah.
Cutting edge, revolutionary, innovative. I like that, Joe.
Yeah.
That feels good saying that.
Innovative.
Innovative, yeah.
All
We're
right,
innovative.
We'll work that into our advertising scheme.
I like that.
Innovative. Highly original podcast.
Innovative.
Let's
do it. Let's do it.
That's our slogan. Innovative.
Innovative? Yeah. I like that. I see hoodies. I see, like, jogging pants. I see outfits.
Wait, what kind of pants?
Jogging pants.
I thought you said dragon pants.
I see dragon pants.
Yeah, I was like,
there's dragon fans out there. There's Dungeons.
I thought this was a type of pants that I'd never heard of.
You never heard of dragon pants?
Yeah.
You've never had a pet dragon?
No.
You've never had to buy pants?
Are you watching the new Game of Thrones?
I'm not.
Me
So no, you're not either.
So
yeah.
we have nothing to talk about.
We have nothing. So. Yeah, we have a lot in common, but nothing to talk about with that.
Okay. Never mind. Back to Chili's.
I forgot.
But yeah.
So your local Chili's is closed. My local childhood restaurant's closed. What do we do now? Like, is there any other Chili's?
My fault. Like, I haven't voluntarily gone to Chili's in like 10 years.
I agree. I'm there with you, man. But do you think, like, if you went to a different Chili's, would it kind of bring back that nostalgic feeling, or would it just be like you're just eating out somewhere?
I mean, it's funny. It's like, not that I go there a lot, but it's like I'm sad that I can't now. Yeah. Not that I would if it was still open.
I just can't. Yeah. Nah, man, that's.
But yeah, I think the last time I went to that Chili's, was after I was in a production of The Wizard of Oz in high school, my junior year.
Okay.
And it was after that my parents took me there for dinner. After one of the first show, whatever showing they came to.
Right.
But since then.
And that was it?
Since then, I don't think
it's just been like, it's never been back. What about Red Robin?
I don't even know if I've been to a Red Robin.
The burger place? No.
It is a burger place?
Yeah, it is. I mean, they don't sell Robins. They sell
I just know it's Red Robin.
Yum. Yeah.
That's all I know.
And I wonder who came up with that tune first, because Hot Pockets, Red Robin. It's just too similar for me. I don't like it.
Yeah, okay.
I get uneasy, Joe. I get uneasy quick.
Just don't like it.
I like the similarity between Hot Pockets and Red Robins. But
now, if it's the same owner, does that ease your tension?
That makes it better.
That makes
it
better,
a lot better.
Or does it solve it?
It doesn't solve it, but I feel at ease. I feel comfortable in my own skin.
You're like, I don't like it, but I'll accept it.
Yeah, it's what it is. It's what it is. They sound similar, maybe it's whatever.
Okay.
It's whatever. I'm not gonna not listen to a certain song because it sounds repetitive.
If it is the same owner, I'll tell you this, they're not very highly original.
Oof. I agree.
Innovative.
There we go.
Yeah.
Get that slogan in there.
Yeah, we're going to start
push that
slogan.
Hashtag
innovative.
I'm going to say innovative at the end of this. I'm going to forget, and then I'm going to say it. That's how you know it's a slogan. It's on my mind. That's how Joe's looking at me like, Mike.
I don't really get the train of thought there.
I don't get your train of thought.
I'm like, yeah.
You can't derail a train of thought that doesn't work.
Yeah, man. Man, I keep thinking about Family Guy references.
Yeah, no, that's like my hardest part about conversating is like I want to talk like Peter Griffin.
I think this may be one of the most all over the place episodes we've done so far.
It's good though, man. It's good. It's good. Yeah, I like it because we don't want to ever just stick with the norm, man. We got to be consistent, but we always got to be real, man. We got to definitely highly original.
But so people were blaming kind of get back. We'll get this back on course.
Back and forth.
They're talking about millennials. Remember? So I don't know if you remember, 10 to 5 years ago, millennials were like the boogeyman of every internet article ever.
I remember that.
So I'm not really going to talk about like, oh, how do you feel about them being the boogeyman? But what I want to talk about is what generation do you feel that you're part of or that you identify with? Now, Mike, I want you to pull up generational, like millennial and Gen Z. I want to see what's the official cutoff, because I thought about this a lot of like what generation I belong to. Right. And I have my theories. So on this one we have Gen Z starting in 97 and millennials ending in 96. But all right. So I've seen other ones where Gen Z starts in 96. So I'm born in, what's this one say?
Gen Z 95 to 2000.
Okay, so we got 95. All right. But it all sort of goes with my theory. So, I was born in 96. How about you, Mike?
I was born in 1997.
1997? All right. So pretty much around the same
Yeah,
I think we're in the same peer group.
Exactly.
We experienced the same pop culture growing up.
Right.
But so I kind of feel like I don't necessarily see I don't know. I used to definitely not see myself as a millennial. But I feel like all my cousins are definitely, because I'm like.
So you're the outcast.
So like on my mom's side, I'm the youngest. On my dad's side, I'm the oldest.
Okay, that's cool.
So, I just feel like if I am Gen Z, I'm like the oldest of that cohort, right?
Right. You're the
so I feel like I don't. All my like pop culture and stuff was just absorbed from the millennials, like from my older cousins.
Right.
I would be getting my pop culture a lot from them. I mean, we were talking about last week with iRobot.
Right.
Like, there were a lot of movies and a lot of songs that I got out of pop culture from my two older cousins in Jersey.
Right.
Like, because I would go spend time with them, and that's how I would learn, like,
Your millennial cousins.
Yes, yeah. And I feel like they are more firmly millennial.
Okay.
Like, they're not too much older than me, but
yeah,
they're more established on that side.
They probably remember the 90s.
It's not up to debate on whether or not they're millennial. Whereas with you and I, it's up to debate.
It's up to debate. Yeah, I see. Like the cutoff's pretty close there.
Yeah. So I feel like I identify a lot more with millennial music, culture, like pop culture.
Right,
Not necessarily, I don't know, maybe culture or whatever. And I feel like, I see like Gen Z, like they're kind of emerging now over the past few years. Like their distinctive musical sound.
Right.
And as you can see, this is something I find very interesting.
I can tell.
I don't know if I'm getting like too. If you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know it was gonna be this.
No, it's good. It's
this much of a scientific, philosophical talk today.
I'll take any teaching lesson I can take. You know what I mean?
All right.
If I'm learning, I'll listen.
Well, I want you. I don't want to just be lecturing. I want your opinion too.
All right.
But yeah. So there's like another topic I want to do later about like music and generational music.
Okay, that's cool.
For sure. I'm gonna save that for another time. But just to like kind of give a preview, I feel like the Gen Z artists, that are like emerging now, like they have their distinct sound,
right? Their style,
their clothing style, and I feel like I don't necessarily dress too much like that. So but I'm like listening to like some of your music, so I don't know. I feel like I'm maybe just in like this no man's land.
Is your conflict that you want to give yourself a home, basically of what? Okay,
yes.
So. And what? So what are you torn between? What is this over here?
Well, I'm either a millennial or I'm a Zoomer. That's what they call the.
Zoomer.
But I've also heard this term for the people who are in the cusp: a zillennial.
A zillennial. That.
Hey, type that in real quick to make sure I'm not just making that up.
I think you are.
Zillennial. And then we gotta get. I gotta get your. I want you to give me some feedback here.
Zillennial.
What, so Zillennial.
How do you know you're a zillennial? Did you
And one of the things on this list is Soldier Boy's Crank That Dance.
Oh wow, get out of there, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, so
Right there, yeah. Flow Rider's low. Dancing.
yeah, I feel like
Line
got
Wire.
Flow Rider,
Wow.
the Low. Oh yeah, I remember dancing to that song too at
Yeah.
middle school dances. But yeah, so I don't know. I feel like you and I might be zillennials.
I may be a zillennial now that I'm seeing all this. I mean, I may be a zillennial.
But yeah, Mike, like so I feel like I've been just pontificating for the past.
No,
5
you've been
minutes.
laying the way.
So
man.
what
You're paving the
do
way.
you what is your feelings?
So
Where do you identify in a generational cohort?
I feel like definitely the music, the movies that I watch, the music I listen to, that a lot of that stuff was made in the from early '80s to even some early '70s, anywhere to like the late '90s, early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna sit there and call myself like a baby boom or whatever the heck that is. Like,
No, you can't. You can't.
I can't. Yeah. But I'm gonna call myself a. I don't want to say zillennial because it sounds like something Dr. Seuss would have, the word he would have made. Like,
one of the animals.
yeah, like
that one of the creatures.
take a ride with a millennial, drive on a zillennial. It just sounds like it's like a vehicle. Like, I don't know. I guess I'd have to say I'm a zillennial because like look at all that stuff. I remember tapes. I don't remember Nintendogs, but
Nintendo. I remember Nintendo.
Nintendogs. I do remember like everybody had those little pets though, Neo pets,
Tamagotchi?
Chia pets, Tamagotchi pets.
Yes,
Remember those?
I remember those.
Not to be confused with Chia pets.
Wait, you really don't remember Nintendogs? It was like a DS game.
Oh yeah, you got like all different breeds of dogs.
Yeah,
I remember.
okay,
I had a
yeah.
Rottweiler. I basically had all the dogs I had growing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say I'm a zillennial, Joe, and it's crazy because you were really giving an in-depth explanation, and I was listening, and I was like, man, like
Yeah,
I didn't know there was this debate going on of like what you can identify as, like meaning in what generation you.
Well, I feel like it's emerged with people like my age, like people I went to high school with,
Yeah.
and all my peers, because like we are in this weird, like no man's land of these
like,
two cohorts.
Right.
So that's why I was like, I don't know. I just wanted your opinion on
No,
it.
it's. Yeah. I don't want to say I'm Generation Z. I mean, I don't say that. I remember everybody, like you said, millennials were the boogeyman back in the day. And
Well, yeah. But
I don't wanna
but
say
that
that
was like
either.
when they were all in their 20s and stuff. That's when people were like going after them.
Right. So what?
And
So
I'm like, I don't know if like.
so 100 here, Joe.
Yeah.
100 years go by. 100 years go by.
Yeah.
You and I are both long gone. And obviously this will happen, guys. And remember, I said this when people are talking about, oh my God, the Highly Original Podcast, the best podcast ever.
Yeah.
When history books go down that we did the best podcast in the history of history. Are they going to be like, all right, these guys were Gen Z? Or are they going to be looking at us and say, no, these guys are millennials?
That.
Like,
Well,
what do you think?
they might group us into. We might be on this list
You think so?
of are you a whatever they're calling people by that point.
Right.
Did you experience the Highly Original Podcast?
Right. Well, that's going to be a question one day in the future,
And
obviously.
I think the generation that
Like, what
I
what
think
is our generation? What is it? Because I don't know. I'm genuinely asking. Are we technically Gen Z? Like, what's the technical? Is it
kinda
hard
feel
to
like I feel like we might be technically Gen Z,
Gen Z?
but
huh?
I feel like we're not. Like
we identify as millennials.
Yeah, so I feel like we are like zillennial.
So we're millennial, yeah.
So-
So we are Dr. Seuss.
Yeah,
Green Egg
with
Millennial.
the stepping machine.
Exactly.
That was
exactly.
in your
My ghost story. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what my grandfather thought footsteps were.
yeah. It was created by
In that creepy old house.
Zillennial.
The
stepping
Zillennial
machine.
Zamboni.
Yeah,
There you go. The Zillennial Zamboni.
there you
That's.
go.
There you go. That's class.
Driven by Frank Filoni.
I like it.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I'm gonna have to say I'm a Zillennial, Joe. I mean, if that answers your question.
All right, so I feel like you and I are in agreement that this is like you and I are zillennials.
We're Zillennials, yeah.
Okay.
But I think when we're dug up.
Although
and-
I will
and
say zillennial is not an official like.
it's not. No,
designation.
it's not. But it is now.
It is now.
It is now because we just made it one.
All right.
No, it's not.
Can we do that?
I don't think we can.
But
I shouldn't have said
who decides any of this?
You know what,
Is
Joe?
there like a bureau of
Is there, like-
generations?
Like, what is it? Like a jury?
Yeah, like
people like.
I imagine it's like sociologists, but
I
like
think so. Yeah, probably.
but like who
probably.
gives them the authority to just like pronounce?
That's what
All
I'm
right,
saying.
everybody here's a baby boomer.
Exactly. So like, I don't know, man. I guess we're Gen Z. I guess so, man. Technically, but we identify as millennials.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. You know what? That actually
that-
that sounds agreeable.
does
to
that
me.
sum it up?
That sounds agreeable to me, man.
Does that sum that up? Because
That
you know,
actually does.
it's hard to you know pinpoint really like something
No,
like
it
that
is.
because like you were honestly explaining some stuff like all jokes aside. I was like listening. I was like,
Yeah.
oh really? Like okay, wow, I didn't know this.
No, yeah, this is something that I have been like highly.
Do you know, like,
interested in.
before we move on, like,
Yeah.
to the next topics, like, in all sincerity, do you know what the next generation names are to come? Like, is it like a hurricane? Like, every new hurricane gets a different, like, all right, generation
Well, I think
Shirley.
they have already named, like, the Gen Z has a cutoff already.
So there's no more,
There-
there's no more
All the
generations?
Gen Zers have been born.
So, yeah,
So
like,
there is there's the one after them that I think that they might be naming.
oh, they didn't name it yet.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
All right, let's look it up real quick before we move on.
Move on to what? What's the next?
What's the next one after Gen Z?
I'm really scared. I mean, I don't know.
What if they're like? I don't know. It's just like I'm like
Generation Alpha.
Ooh,
I like
Generation
that.
Alpha. Man,
Wait, where? So what does that say?
I'm gonna say that's setting up pretty high expectations.
Dude, millennials are like every list. Now it says 1994. Before it said 95.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
there.
but all right, but we already agreed we are Gen Z,
We're Gen Z.
but we're the Zillennial Gen
Zillennial.
Z.
We're
So
millennials.
I feel like that's a good way to put us.
Right, I like that. I like
Well,
that.
oh,
So
man,
Generation Alpha would be
Alpha.
like,
Yo, I'd be intimidated if that was
Yeah.
my generational name.
you'd
I
be
feel like that
intimidated.
is a big expectation.
I like
I
that
feel
better
like-
than Z. What the heck? I mean,
Yeah, but like
Z.
Generation Alpha,
I wish
I
was
feel like a
Generation
lot
Alpha.
is expected. Like
Sorry.
that's like it's setting the bar pretty.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I think it is. I hope they're Alpha. I hope so.
Yeah, like that's.
I don't think they're. I don't think they're gonna be. But
I mean,
not gonna lie, a bunch of kids playing on phones to be distracted. It's not.
no.
Looking too hopeful, Joe. Not for me. Not
No.
for me. I'm kind of scared.
scared,
kinda scared, yeah.
of the Alpha.
I'm scared of the Alpha generation. Like I looked at my little sister in any serious situation, and she gets
Alpha
nervous
Gen
and lets the
rising.
phone. I'm like Isabella, you're the Alpha Gen. What do we do? And she's like, well, let's YouTube it. Let's search.
Like I almost feel like this sounds like they're like supposed to be like a messianic. Like this is like the generation that's like gonna save us. Generation Alpha will lead us. No.
I hope the next generations lead us, man. I hope so. With a name like Alpha, they better.
Yeah.
I imagine like a leader of like a dog pack running in snow. And if they don't lead up to that, Joe, I'm gonna be pretty sad.
It's like if you're not winning the Iditarod, I don't want to.
If you don't know Balto, we got problems.
Oh wait, we gotta talk about Balto at some
Balto.
point.
I love Balto. I wish that was my dog.
Balto.
Just real quick shout out to Balto.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, you can never.
Yeah, he like was he real?
I think
Yeah,
so.
no,
I like
he
to
was.
believe he was.
But I looked it up. He wasn't like. He only like finished the race. Like there was like another dog that like did like the most treacherous, longest part.
You know what though? Was his name Balto?
No.
Okay. Okay. My point exactly.
Yeah, but like I don't know.
Nah, it is shadowing over.
Yeah, it's like
crazy.
it's like.
That's kind of rude of me. I definitely want to see a movie about that dog.
Yeah,
I want to see
it's
an
like-
animated movie about that dog.
Yeah, I want to see a movie where like that dog after the race and Balto becomes famous and he's just like angry and bitter
Maybe
for the
we'll
rest
get
of his
it.
life.
Maybe we'll get it in one of the Air Bud
There, bud.
remakes.
Oh yeah, he's got to like get him,
Prequels.
and like they convinces him like, yeah, it doesn't matter if you get public recognition, just be happy that you saved those
Exactly.
kids.
Exactly. I wonder if that dog got royalty bones. Like, well, he won't get money, so he probably get royalty bones.
Royalty
or like
bones.
kibble, royalty kibble.
Gibble. All right, well this episode is completely off the rails.
I like it.
I can't wait to hear this episode.
I like
this
it.
is
It's a
like
good episode.
This is like the most out there episode I think we've done. But yeah, so what I wanted to get into is commercials as a nostalgic topic.
Commercials from early 2000s commercials.
Yeah,
right?
just like
Yeah.
I feel like there were a lot of great commercials that I like that like
Sponged
come
up
to
as a
mind.
kid, yeah.
That
he
like
just-
were like I feel like I don't know. I feel like insurance commercials and beer commercials
Insurance
have
and beer.
like the best. They have like the Mad Men team.
Right.
You know, like they have the best advertisers.
They definitely do. I definitely agree with you, man.
Like,
Got geckos,
oh yeah, I mean,
cavemen.
but they just have like a, you know, like remember the one where it would be like, it was always this guy like setting it up, and he'd be like, can Geico save you 15 minutes or more, or whatever their slogan is, like, does like Peter Pan like. Is Peter Pan obnoxious at the high school reunion or something? like you know, it's like it was just like cuts to like Peter Pan like insulting.
Insulting
Yeah,
everybody.
he's like flying around.
That
Like,
definitely
just,
sounds like an
everybody
early
hates
2000s
him, like,
commercial.
He's
Yeah.
like, oh, you look so old. Or something.
I miss those commercials. Like,
Yeah,
like
like-
they ask a question, like,
Yeah,
can
you remember
Geico
that
do
guy?
this?
Yeah.
No, I definitely remember those commercials, man.
Yeah, I love that guy. You know, I think one of the classics, Jake from State Farm.
The original Jake or the new Jake?
Yeah, all right. So I'll tell you, I got a big problem with the new Jake.
You got a big problem.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
the whole funny thing about Jake from State Farm is that he was like a regular guy.
Just wearing
in
khakis.
khakis.
Yeah, just answering the phone.
It's like, and now like they like brought him back and he's like hot. I don't like this.
He's like a
Like
model.
Jake from State Farm's not supposed to be like a GQ model.
Right.
He's supposed to be just some, you
Some guy
know,
wearing khakis, you
some
know.
guy at a call
With a-
center
with a
wearing
boring voice.
khakis.
Maybe there's two different Jakes, though.
No, I don't.
Is it a Jake reboot?
I actually feel like I don't like the direction that they took the character.
What do they name them, Lenny?
That's fine. You want to make
Lenny
a new
from State Farm,
character, you
right.
can make a new character.
Agreed.
But Jake from State Farm, and I'm even okay with them recasting.
Right,
You know?
yeah, but even if they had the original Jake from State Farm doing all this stuff, I would have been like, what are they doing?
Well,
He's
I would
supposed to
okay.
be like, it's supposed to be like this guy. I don't even know, like this girl's like insinuating that her husband's talking to some other female on the phone or whatever, and then like,
Oh,
it's this
yeah.
guy wearing khakis.
Yeah, it's
That's all he's
like-
doing. He's not bothering nobody.
Like, oh, Jake from State Farm? I'll see about that. What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm? He's just like, oh, khakis.
She's like, she sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so. That was such a great commercial.
Yeah, that was great. Now Jake from State Farm's like John Cena, like a celebrity. Like,
And I don't have time for it.
you don't got time for it?
No.
What about the progressive commercials with Flo?
I think it's time to retire her.
You think she's got to go? Okay. I
No,
agree.
I mean, so my problem with that is like I feel like they keep adding other
Insurance
like, characters.
policies or
No, they keep adding other characters.
I know what you mean.
It's
Yeah,
like 20 characters now in all
keep it
these.
fresh. Trying to keep it fresh, you know.
No, I
But
do enjoy Flo, progressive girl or woman. What is she?
progressive
Just
woman.
Flo
yeah.
from
Flo
progressive.
from progressive. Yeah,
Okay.
that's she's got a little barcode reader, and she can save you on your
Save
boats
you discounts
and cars and
or
discounts.
whatever. Yeah.
But they had some funny commercials, though. I mean, from what I remember, I
No.
think.
Yeah, no, I remember like when they first came out, I definitely liked it, but and then there was like Jamie. They added Jamie, like
Jamie,
her
yeah.
coworker.
I remember Jamie.
Like he's like funny sometimes, but like
Do you remember? You remember like Fred? Remember Fred, that YouTube channel? Was this
Yeah.
kid, he would talk with an annoying voice.
yeah,
Then he had like a bunch of movies come out.
yeah,
The actress who played Flo played his mother.
really.
Yeah, I remember my brother watched that when he was a kid, and I remember like I was like, "Is that Flo from Progressive?" That's all I could think.
So I mentioned Mad Men earlier. She is in the first season of Mad Men.
Is she really?
Yeah.
How's she acting?
She just plays like
Comedically? Quietly.
like a secretary who's like a little bit older. So in that show, it's like the ad execs like run the office, right? And like they have all these women who work like kind of desk jobs, and like, you know, in the show is like, there's a lot of like sexism that goes on, and a lot of like
Okay.
crazy party lifestyle, and a lot of the women are not, you know,
Treated
treated
right,
with
yeah.
respect. And like
Right.
there's this one scene where like, I don't know, like some guys like doing something stupid, and like the character, like whoever Flo's playing, she's like kind of more senior, like desk worker, and she says, "Yeah, wow, you know, I used to think I would meet my husband at this place."
Oh,
You know, yeah, like,
yeah,
so
like
they-
it's that bad.
Yeah,
Alright.
so she's like in the first season, just
And what's that? What's that show?
Mad Men.
Mad Men. I gotta check that out.
That's a good one, man. I think you would enjoy it.
Dude, there's so many shows like you and like my buddy North and his father tell me like, how are you supposed to be this like horror fan? How are you supposed to be all these different fans of stuff? You never saw these shows. I'm just I don't know, man.
It's not a horror thing. It's like a...
No, I know. This is an example. Like, there's so many things I feel like I'm missing out on. Like, so many shows I want to see.
Hey, I don't really get too much in the horror, man. So like, I don't know a lot of horror.
Do you have any favorite like Halloween commercials that would come around like back in the day that you remember? Because I know the Gabagool, but that's new. That's modern.
Gabagool.
I'm talking like I'm trying to remember like an old funny like Halloween.
Tell them about the Gabagool.
The Gabagool.
Well, I know what it is, but it's funny.
Should I?
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's funny.
Vincent Pastore
yeah.
plays this ghoul, and like he's got this ghost like
Vincent
on.
Pastore, Vince Pastore. Does he say Pastore or is he Pastore?
I hear Pastore, but
okay.
I never heard him
Vince
say
Pastore.
it.
Okay. He was on The Sopranos.
Yep.
And he played
played that one character.
Big Pussy. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, that was his name.
All right. Yeah. Big Puss, and I was surprised. I didn't think you'd say it.
No, well,
I appreciate you. No, he played Big Puss, and he was such a good character on that show, man. And then you see him, and he's such a serious character on that show, and you see him dressed up as this ghoul for like Dietz and Watson, Dietz Nuts, or whatever. Like when I saw that, like
that was pretty funny.
Like, hey, it's the Gabagool. You gotta try Dietz Nuts. Like it was just like the best thing I ever saw, man. But I guess you couldn't really add that in though. No. With our memories, because that was like last year.
Yeah, I feel like
that misses the cutoff. Yeah, it misses the cutoff. Isn't it from like 2000s to like 2019 where we're gonna try to?
Yeah. But no, it's all right to make
it. Shout out to the Gabagool.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Gabagool.
No, it's a funny ad. But the other thing I wanted to touch on was like, do you remember like Heineken had ads where they would just like have like musical numbers? It was always like kind of like it would always be like these like luxury parties or like speakeasies. People like I
remember those. Yeah.
I love those.
Oh man,
like,
there
was
those.
Like I discovered like these like 2 songs from that, like because I would like hear these songs and I would get them on iTunes because I was like, this is awesome. There was the one called I think it was Golden Age. Let me just type in to confirm. The Golden Age by the Asteroids Galaxy Tour.
Okay.
Loved that song. And then Love Letter by Clary Brown and the Banging Rackets.
Okay.
There are these great commercials where like these guys would like go in through a door and like there's like this like kind of old style party, all these crazy characters like
right,
yeah,
I remember. Yeah.
I love those.
Those are definitely funny commercials, man.
Yeah, I think like alcohol commercials have like some of the best stuff.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Definitely.
Insurance and alcohol have like the best. They have the best.
I definitely agree, man. I'm trying to think like what's something that.
Oh wait,
because we're both gonna go. Oh, dude, remember that?
The Kia hamsters.
Yes, the Kia hamsters, man. You cannot forget about them.
Hamsters.
Oh my god.
One of my favorite commercials.
The babies rollerblading. Remember that?
No. But wait, do you remember the Kia commercial? The
hamsters, yeah.
Where it's like Halo and all these like Halo guys are fighting each other, and then they roll up, and it's like party rock.
Yeah,
they start doing the shuffle from the LMFAO.
That was hilarious, man.
Party rock anthem. And
I wonder
all the Halo guys like start like dancing and joining in.
Yeah, I love the commercials, man, because they really looked like giant dancers.
They were weird, but
they were freaky. Yeah. Now that was great, man. That was great.
I'll tell you, there's a commercial that my dad hates. He hates the Pennsylvania lottery. Gus.
Yeah, we thought the ground.
The second most famous
scratching. Yeah.
So like my dad hates that thing.
Dang.
So for those of you guys who aren't in Pennsylvania, the PA lottery has like their mascot is like Gus, the second most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania, and like. It's this creepy. It used to be like this creepy animatronic
puppet.
Thing.
Yeah,
just be like,
some Jim Henson will make.
Keep on scratching. And be like, oh, hey, Cecilia, I see you have the new Lucky Clover St. Patrick's Day. Like,
and it would always like claws.
This. Yeah, it was like this. My dad, I remember if it would come on the TV, he'd just be like, oh,
you like it, yeah.
Like he would like. audibly hate this thing. Just like, oh, in disgust. Like,
God, man,
and it is creepy.
it is
like,
definitely. It's like Alf.
But
Remember Alf?
it
Like a
inspires
creepy-looking-
so much
Well, now he's CGI.
reaction from my dad.
Does he even mind the
He,
new one?
he don't like that one either.
Doesn't like it
Because it's
either?
like bad CGI.
Bad
It's like,
CGI,
It
yeah,
still
it's
looks like the creepy puppet.
So it's like,
And
yeah,
I think it's
bad.
the voice too. I think the voice.
The voice is
It's hard.
definitely eerie. It's definitely not like a friendly voice. Like it sounds like
Like
Some freaky.
is that a cute? Do you think that thing's cute
No, I don't.
and lovable? No,
I don't.
No, like
I do
it's
not.
creepy.
It's very
It's
yes.
an
It needs to
off-putting
be.
thing. I'm
Definitely
surprised that
off-putting.
they've kept it for as long as they have.
What about the 877 cash now? Remember those commercials? Like the guy would have like
Yes, the
toga.
Viking.
Yeah, the Viking with the
guy.
toga. Do you have structured settlement?
But you need cash now.
I remember.
Go
those.
JG Wentworth. 877 cash now.
Exactly. They'll be on all the time. Those
Yeah,
commercials.
those were classics.
1-800-588-2300 Empire today. Remember they'd be like rolling the
Yeah.
carpet up. That was another
Yeah.
one. Yeah, I'm about to start naming all these phone numbers from like businesses. I remember the commercials.
Or Bob's Discount Furniture.
Bob's, yeah, Bob, he's always going out of business. He's always going out like every commercial. We're going out of business.
Nah, I don't think it was him, but there was
The dump. Remember
The dump, yeah.
The dump.
They're like, we are going out of business.
Again this week. It's like,
Yeah.
what? You just went out of business last month. They got this new
Yeah.
couch.
Yeah, I do remember it was a dump. It was like the final sale ever.
Right.
The
And then Bob's
dump
is
is going out of
furniture,
business. Yeah, Bob's just like a creepy claymation.
Yeah,
Like,
no, he definitely is,
Yeah.
man. What was the My Lemon?
My Lemon.
I don't know.
Driving a lemon,
Yeah.
make the call to
Yeah.
1-800 Lemon Law.
Yeah, Lemon Law, yeah. And then the General. The General's been around for a while, right?
The General.
That's another one. Like, go to the General and save some
some
time.
time.
Yeah, this little, like, General. Like, little guy.
Yeah,
like,
he's just like he's a little General.
Shaq's out there driving with him these days.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think, was he, like, claymation back in the day?
Nah, I think he was always like
Always, like-
CGI, but
like
he just like
cutting edge
wasn't.
CGI.
Yeah, like it
Yeah,
wasn't
like,
good.
for its time,
So like
yeah.
it looks like claymation.
Right,
No,
right.
I think it was cheap CGI even for like
God,
back then.
how about, I don't even keep talking, man. They're all coming. Remember, like, the Campbell's soup? The little kid be sitting there, he's a snowman, and he's, like, all cold.
Oh yeah, that
And
was
he melts.
creepy.
Yeah, that was freaky, too, man.
No, yeah, but yeah. So I just wanted to like get some of those commercials out there because we're here to unlock your
Remember.
dormant childhood memories.
Exactly. How about the little girl with the can of ravioli, and the can of ravioli, it was Chef Boyardee,
Yeah.
and he started rolling down the street. Remember that? And it rolled all the way to her house or something like that.
Oh, that one was like endearing.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember that.
Was that
She
Chef
wanted
Boyardee?
to get it, and her mom was a
What was
letter.
that? Yeah, what was that though?
And that, no, it was Chef Boyardee.
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ravioli. It's like the mom's like, nah, we're not getting that.
It
And
rolled
then
all the way.
she's like, oh no.
It rolled all the way home, man. I wish
yeah,
that would
like,
happen to me. Like,
Comes and like finds her, and it's like
Finds
it's
her,
very
yeah.
it's a very wholesome commercial about
no,
ravioli.
and then she's so happy at the end, man.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah, that was awesome. You have any like superhero commercial like memories, like Spider-Man 2 coming this fall? You remember any of those? Like,
Nah, I don't remember those kind of ads. Like, but
I do.
But the one thing I did want to say, you remember like the guy going with like that like basketball player from Africa. I'm probably gonna butcher his name, like Matumbe Makembo.
Yeah, right.
Do you remember that one where
yeah.
it's like he's just going around like he's like blocking people's shots, but like like there's like a little kid like throws like a cereal into like a shopping cart, and he just like
Yeah, I remember that.
I saw a video once where like it's like slows it down, zooms up on the kid's face, and like the kid just has like this like bewildered expression.
I wonder if the kid knew it was happening.
It's just like,
Hey, Sonny, throw this in that car as best
but I
you
just
can.
love it's like not today.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that he would wave his finger and not
He's like,
today. Yeah. Those are great commercials, man. Whatever happened to those? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, these generations coming up aren't going to have the well, they will. They have YouTube. They can search these commercials.
Yeah.
But they'll never have the inconvenience of watching your favorite show and these commercials come on and you
But
can't skip them.
I feel like when we were growing up,
They weren't inconvenience. I will say
These
though,
were
like,
productions onto themselves.
exactly. Each commercial was like an independent film. I feel, Especially back then, because each commercial was just so nutty. I don't know if you ever watched Sci-Fi Channel growing up.
Yes,
they would,
I did.
Yeah, they would always have some crazy commercials, and like they would always have like a 15-second outro to a commercial.
Mm-hmm.
And I would always look forward to those, like this giant Jack in the Box like being like played by this little kid, and this giant clown like puffs out, and like that was a commercial, and I was like, man, like ads today are not like that. Ads today are not like that at all. It's usually like a can of soda with. They make it look cold by sprinkling like water on it, and the can of soda is just rotating.
Yeah.
That's like the most original commercial
Buy
I've
it.
seen today.
Yeah.
Buy this. You've been buying it your whole life.
Yeah, it'd just be like a random celebrities, just like, oh, look at this.
Yeah, no, right, exactly.
Yeah,
Like a
okay.
celebrity selling something. There's no cans of ravioli steering itself
If
on.
this singer's buying this sparkling water, I better do it too.
Exactly.
But yeah, man. I guess so. Commercials are pretty.
You
got one more.
I got one more.
I was gonna try to hammer in or squeeze in one last
little topic.
little topic.
All right, real quick. I'm not gonna even talk about it. Campbell's, Donovan McNabb, his mom.
Don't remember it.
Okay.
Don't remember it.
It was great.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Okay.
I love the soup.
Do you like Ham's?
No,
No. Okay.
I like homemade soup. I'm sorry, Joe.
Oh.
Here I am derailing you. You were so worried about derailing me. Here I am talking about soup.
I just thought you were gonna go somewhere with the Campbell's soup there.
No, I just remember like you don't remember the commercials. Yeah, you don't remember. I can't say anything. The viewers remember. It was like him and his mom always selling
hope
Campbell's
that you
soup.
guys remember this stuff, because otherwise this is going to be like the worst episode.
Nah. Never. There's never a worse episode.
But well, there's got to be one. All right, guys. So just to kind of conclude today's episode, keep an eye out for our upcoming Instagram, and we'll keep you updated with some new platforms we're going to be trying to explore.
Right. There's a lot of good stuff out there, and we definitely want to make sure everybody can listen to the highly original podcast.
Innovative.
Innovative.
All right, guys. Take care.
Have a good one. Take it easy.